Space, the final frontier.
I think it's about time I printed the Starship Enterprise. And there are several models out there, but this is the one that I've selected. It's the Enterprise A, which was featured in Star Trek II, along with the Reliant, which I've already printed. The description says that you don't need glue, but I'm probably going to use a little glue. Woo! Now let's get cracking. This prints in several parts, as you can see here, but some are multicolor to help with assembly. Be warned though, this model has very tight tolerances, so have a hammer handy. I also like to use a scrap piece to beat on, just so I don't tear up the model. Out of all the different versions of the Enterprise, 1701A is probably my favorite. I don't know if it's the subtle sleekness or the tragedy of its short service span, or maybe just because I was 13 when I first saw this and it left an indelible imprint on my very impressionable mind. That's right, the Enterprise 1701A made me a nerd. Regardless, I think it all turned out okay so far. I mean, just look at me now. On second thought, maybe we should stop talking about me and get back to the project. I think the saucer section was probably the most difficult part to assemble, but that's because I haven't gotten to the nacelles yet. And like I said, if there's a way I can introduce glue into the project, I'm gonna do it. Obviously, those who make no glue required models haven't met me. Thankfully, this artist made most of the parts full size instead of fun sized, so that's a plus. And by fun size, I do mean pain in the In addition to a hammer, I also recommend having some hobby files, and maybe even some sandpaper in varying grits. It helps to knock the edges off the tightly fitting parts. Tweezers are also handy, although this model didn't really require those. I printed all the parts in matte PLA using a 0.12mm layer height and sized it up 110% to match the Reliant model I already have. As I said before, some parts are multicolor, but if that's not an option for you, you could always paint it. This is the Enterprise A Constitution Refit by Martin Taichl, found on Makerworld.com. And now I feel like I'm 13 again.